Hey, these two are probably the best-selling hollow body irons in the market right now. TaylorMade P790 and the Titleist T350. So I'm gonna do a head-to-head with the 7-iron. Now, the specs are a little bit different. The 7-iron of P790 measures at 30 degrees stock, and T350 measures at 29 degrees. So you can see that there's a degree difference, which can be about 2 to 2.5 yards on a carry. But what we've done is to make it a very apples to apple comparison. I've made the T350 loft to be exactly the same as the P790. So we are comparing both apples to apples, loft wise, lie angle wise, the shaft wise, and the golf ball. They're all the same, and we're gonna see if anything performs better, whereas in distance, forgiveness, spin, launch, peak height, and all of that stuff. So let's get into it. Let me start with the P790. There you go. You probably see me hitting golf balls right now, but I've already collected some data on the P790 and the T350. I think more data, the better it will show. So let me go ahead and hit one more time. The first impression of the P790 is that it has such a pop into the irons. It feels like it's exploding off the face, so the sound is a little louder. The appearance-wise, there's a little bit of an offset. Yeah, so this is what I noticed with the P790 from a couple of the hits that I've had. It goes far, but it has a little bit more of a draw bias. I naturally hit a draw, but it feels like it's going a little bit more than what I want. And maybe that's because of the amount of offset there is on the P790, but let me reserve that because I want to hit the T350 and see if there's any difference. So when I grab the T350, what I recognize right away is the difference in the looks. So at address, the T350, the blade length is considerably longer than the P790. So I assume that the focus of forgiveness for the T350, because both of them are players' distance irons, or you can say the game improvement irons, they have to factor in forgiveness. And when it comes to the T350, I would have to say the focus of the forgiveness is across the face. So I think it's gonna do better on the off-center hits when it comes to toe shots and heel shots. And the P790, it being a little bit smaller or a little bit shorter in the blade length, will give you a little bit more consistency height-wise. That's what I assume, but let me go ahead and hit the T350 and see what the difference is. All right, there's another draw, but this, I feel like it's a little tighter, right? Starts off on the right and then comes back. Definitely has a pop, even though they're the same loft right now. I see across the board it's going a little bit further, but we'll have to gather some more data to prove that. That was pulled again a little bit. Maybe I'm just hitting draws today. But let me hit a couple more with the T350. Again, I'm trying to hit the same shots right now. Club head speed around 80 miles per hour. Yeah, that's before I started recording. That's what I've seen with the T350. It's a little bit more off to the right than P790. This doesn't mean that this is a club that will go only right. As you've seen, I've hit a couple in the left, I've hit a couple on the right, but I think it goes more right than the P790 during the same setup. So just a midpoint check is that if you have to know what your stock shot shape looks like. So if you miss more to the right, the P790 might be a little bit better. If you miss more to the left, T350 may be better. So let me go back to the P790. Yeah, again, when I look at the P790, it just feels like the blade length is a little bit shorter. Some people say that the blade length being shorter helps them to focus and frame the ball a little bit better. Again, but it's just a matter of preference. But there is a considerable difference there between the P790 and the T350. Yep, see, as you can see, this one, P790, whenever I grab it, it goes a little more left. I'm curious, because both of these are widely available, I'm curious of your experience. If you see what I see right now, go ahead and comment below, and maybe that will give us a little bit more data point so that anybody who's watching this have more data to consider. One more time. Okay, there's one on the right. Again, it really depends on, that was a little bit of a miss it, but this goes to say it doesn't mean that it always goes left. So let me go back to the T350. Yep, see, I mean, as soon as I change it, it feels like it's preferring the right side a little bit more. So this, for me at least, I know it's subjective, but all reviews are subjective, right? So for me, it's going a little bit more to the right, and P790 going a little bit more left. There it is again. Okay, so hopefully these are helpful. All the data is combined. I've hit about 7 to 8 shots, and I'll show you the difference. So let me start with the club speed and club data. As you can see, the turquoise color is T350, the red is P790. Swinging at about the same head speed, so 79.4, 79.2. There's 0.2 difference, so mostly the same. The dynamic lie is actually almost same as well. So the face angle, though, is a little bit different. As we can see, it's 3.6 with the T350, which means at impact, I'm opening a little bit more. 1.9 on the P790, which means I'm closed a little bit more. And the path is a little bit different. But what's really different is the ball data. So let's look at the ball data. So we have to look at the dispersion, right? So dispersion, I mean, they're about the same, but where it is at is a little bit different. So T350 a little bit more towards the right of the target, P790 a little left of the target. I know everybody's going towards the distance right now, but let's look at the ball speed. T350 at 107.4 and P790 at 106.1. Launch angle, the T350 is launching just a little bit higher. P790 is spinning just a little bit more. So spin means control. The height means amount of the ball going up in the air. So that's a little bit different. The carry distance is 154 T350 and P790 150. So I know P790 has been a banger when it comes to the hollow body irons. Really, it gets its fame from how explosive the distance is. This goes to show that T350 does not lack in that. And for me, it all comes down to, of course, the price. The T350 is $15 more expensive than the P790, but also the looks. And most importantly, if you have to know your tendency. If your miss is to the left, I would probably, if you come to our shop here in La Habra, California, we would probably start you with the T350 and see if that helps you to bring the flight to the right a little bit more. Same thing the opposite way. If you have a tendency to hit your irons on the right, I would probably start you off with the P790 to see if we can get that come to a little bit more left. And it has to do with the offset and the internal weighting that allows you to close the face a little bit and leave it open. So all that to say, hope this video was helpful for you to decide if you are not able to get fitted anywhere. Hopefully this helps you to make a decision when it comes to P790 to T350. If you are anywhere around Orange County, we are here for you, La Habra, California. You can check out the description below to see where we are at and make a reservation for an iron fitting. And also you can go to yesgolfshop.com and we have both of these listed for you to purchase, and it will help our channel tremendously. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you on our next video.